to Roads Renewed. My name is Kosi Anyanwu. In recent times, conversations around Nigeria's road infrastructure have taken a more strategic turn, shifting from routine maintenance to long-term sustainability, funding innovation, and smarter delivery systems. At the center of these discussions is the recently convened FERMA Road Summit, where key stakeholders across government and the private sector examined the future of road management in Nigeria. For the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, the summit presented an opportunity to reassess priorities, strengthen partnerships, and explore new approaches to maintaining the country's vast federal road network. What does this mean for road users? How will new ideas translate into better roads on the ground? And can emerging funding models help address long-standing challenges in the sector? On this edition of Roads Renewed, we speak with the Managing Director of FERMA, Engineer Chukwuemeka Agbasi, PhD, who shares insights into the agency's direction following the summit, including new maintenance strategies, funding outlook, and key targets for the year. We will also take you to Anambra State, where ongoing intervention works in Obeledu community in Anambra South Senatorial District, where the rehabilitation work is improving access, restoring mobility, and supporting local economic activities. Stay with us. Roads Renewed continues after this short break.
We've all felt it. The dangerous potholes that destroyed our cars and caused accidents, the bad roads, the washout, the cut-off bridges and embankments that prolong our journey time. But across Nigeria, something new is happening. Committed officials of the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency FERMA are on the ground. They are not just patching the potholes, they are monitoring, updating and reporting the conditions of our roads, undertaking maintenance operations and renewing hopes, connecting our communities one bit by bit. From bustling markets to long-haul journeys, better roads mean safer trips, faster trade, enhanced security, reduced vehicle maintenance costs, and more precious time with loved ones. This is the commitment of FERMA, investing in our infrastructure, investing in our future. Roads Renewed, FERMA, connecting Nigeria.
Welcome back to Roads Renewed. From the conversations at the FERMA Road Summit, attention is now turning to implement how those discussions translate into real action on Nigeria's roads. What changes can we expect? How is FERMA positioning itself to deliver more effective and sustainable maintenance outcomes? And what role will funding and partnerships play going forward? The Managing Director of FERMA, Engineer Chukwuemeka Agbasi, PhD, joins us in an interview in the course of the week to provide clarity on these issues, outlining the agency's priorities and the practical steps being taken to improve road conditions across the country. Let's hear from him. Today we are joined once more by the MD CEO of FERMA, Engineer Chukwuemeka Agbasi. Earlier this year, FERMA held a road summit where stakeholders from across the country and internationally gathered to discuss strategies for maintaining Nigerian roads. We are going to be discussing the journey so far. Welcome to the show, Engineer Chukwuemeka Agbasi. Nice to meet you again.
Thank you.
So could you tell us about the key takeaways from the Road Summit and what are the strategies that FERMA is currently implementing?
The Road Summit is themed Sustainable Road Infrastructure for Socio-Economic Growth of Nigeria. By that, sustainability is actually underpinned by planned road maintenance, which ensures the serviceability of the road infrastructure, and also the durability aspect of it, which is making sure that you have a good, durable design and also durable materials to be used for the construction of the roads. One major highlight from the summit is the emphasis that a well-maintained road is critical to our national development in terms of regional integration, in terms of ensuring productivity, and the general well-being of Nigerians. There was also a recognition of a need to move away from reactive and corrective road maintenance management practices to preventive and asset management approaches that offers value for money for the country. It also highlighted the need to engage service providers on a fixed-term contract at predetermined service levels, which offers value for money for the country. Another key takeaway is having a climate resilient road design, construction, and maintenance, considering the current climate change that's experienced in the country, excessive flooding, and others that affect the road infrastructure. The summit also mentioned the challenges we have in road maintenance. The major highlight there is inadequate funding, overloading and excessive axle loads that ply the road network, road abuses that occur, and the aging infrastructure and maintenance backlog that we have in the country. So how then does this shape our priorities going forward? Our priorities are in sync with some of the takeaways that I just mentioned. We have a road plan that is designed to sustain surveillance on the road network, accelerate repairs and recovery of failed sections, and more importantly, safeguard the roads that are already in good condition. We're also looking at how we can regenerate the agency by building capacity and capability in managing and maintaining our road infrastructure. As I earlier mentioned, funding has been a major handicap in our operations. So we're looking at alternative ways to do that. Then collaboration with international agencies and partners on mutually agreeable outcome is also an area that we have paid particular attention to.
In foresight, do you foresee any potential policy implications from these strategies from the summit so far?
Yes, I do. What really did come to my mind is the need to have a national policy on asset management. Currently, the policy is missing. From the summit, we also need, as one of the major outcomes, is to articulate a national policy on managing assets, road assets, which constitutes, or which is actually valued at about 70 trillion. It's a huge asset, so there need to be a national policy as for the management of these huge assets.
Of course, maintenance is constantly a recurring issue on our national roads. How did the summit inform any new innovations that could be implemented throughout the year for road maintenance?
But what was said at the summit is actually in sync with what FERMA is looking at. How do we improve our technical governance and also our operational efficiency? So one of the issues that we looked at, the agency is considering, is how do we minimize abortive or repeat work? And by abortive or repeat work is going back and repeating the same work over so many times. So we felt that better coordination and planning would go a long way in minimizing abortive or repeat work, and also reaching out to agencies like NIMET, Nigerian Meteorological Agency, or Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency, that gives seasonal climate prediction for areas that are prone to flooding. And also with respect to abortive work, we're also looking at improving our quality control we have on the road network, making sure that the works are done to acceptable standards, complies to best practices in workmanship. So that will obviously limit or minimize repeat work we have on the network. In terms of technology, we're looking at deploying an asphalt recycler. And what it does is it recycles asphalt in place, the asphalt that is on the road, and reuses it and places it back. So in so doing, the operation is environmentally friendly. It offers cost savings, and it ensures a more durable road infrastructure.
Is there any way that you consider or you foresee some kind of innovation between FERMA and these associations in Nigeria in terms of having some kind of technologies that can solve the problems on the roads?
Largely, the collaboration is needed, but it will be in the areas of data analytics or data management. But they provide you with data on sites that are prone to flooding. So what the agency does with that data now is to analyze it, identify areas of our road infrastructure that are likely to be affected by flooding, and will now take proactive action to minimize or mitigate the impact of the flooding in the identified areas. So what the data they give us is largely they predict where the flooding will happen, and the agency now looks at how it will affect our infrastructure. Then based on that, take adaptive or remedial measures that will minimize the impact. It will not completely eliminate the impact, but minimize the impact on the road infrastructure.
And I'm going to ask you another question, which is imperative on funding. It's important that funding is steady and stable for any of these maintenance works and innovations to carry through. So, based on the summits that we are still talking about, are there new funding strategies or partnerships that came about as a result of the summit that FERMA considers implementing throughout this year?
Yeah, the summit has not identified new sources of funding which the agency of FERMA is not aware of, but it now boils down to other sources of funding for the agency which we've not exploited, that was not mentioned during the summit. The agency is currently looking at other sources of funding, like utilizing our assets to generate funds. It's more like a revenue generating approach outside the budgets that we have already. So we're looking at leasing out some of our we have a huge equipment base. We can generate revenue by leasing it out, and we are also set up a state-owned enterprise that will manage those assets on a commercial basis. So these are some of the areas we are looking at generating funds. Other sources of funds outside budgetary provisions like Sukuk, PPP, that is public-private partnership, performance-based contracts. We're already working on those models to generate additional funds.
Okay, that's interesting. I remember that Sukuk was talked about during the FERMA summit because I was there. Could you quickly throw some light on that particular model?
The Sukuk is a bond that is raised by the Debt Management Office, which the subscribers will determine where the money will go to. In this case, it's for road infrastructure. It's for rehabilitation or maintenance of road. It's for road infrastructure. So these bonds were raised by the Debt Management Office. The subscribers were particular about where their money will go to. And the subscribers are, because if you are paying for an item, becomes the co-owner of those infrastructure assets. So the subscribers' money is now going towards either construction of new roads, which was currently being done. Then FERMA is now coming in with respect to maintenance, using those funds to fund maintenance projects. Yes.
Could you tell us what are the top 3 targets for FERMA this year, and especially how are they supposed to be measured in terms of performance?
Yes, for an agency like FERMA, the key challenge is having adequate funds actually prevents us from recovering the failed roads in Nigeria. So our first target will be how do we improve our current level of funding. We had a provision in FERMA Act, which is the 5% user charge. Because of the new Nigerian Tax Act, NTA 2025, that provision has been repealed, so that source of funding is no longer available to FERMA. There is a new provision in the new Tax Act, that is Section 159, which is on 5% surcharge on fossil fuel. So we're hoping that we'll engage with the new Minister of Finance and see how FERMA can benefit from the 5% surcharge on first reform. We also have to look at how we can customize or deploy drone technology to obtain data. It's more cost effective. Data is easily available, particularly in remote areas that are inaccessible to survey teams on ground. So we're looking at how we can deploy that technology and collect data. But data is central to our decision-making process and is central to determining where we work or not. It's a target that we are working on with local drone manufacturers and see how we can deploy that in the work we do. Then lastly is to develop medium to long-term plans for the maintenance of our road network. Most road assets have a design or shelf life, and to ensure that those assets are properly managed, we need to have a long-term view in managing the assets, having a whole life view. And the implication of this is that you need to have data that can help you determine forward plans. When do you work on a particular road? And if the work cannot be done in a particular year, which year do you move the maintenance activities? So in having a medium to long-term plan, the implication that you now know what your cost implications will be for maintaining the network, and ensure that you avoid having maintenance backlogs, because you have the forward plan, knowing when to intervene on the road infrastructure.
Okay, that's very interesting, and thank you so much for your time today and for joining us. So that was a very expository and exploratory conversation with the MD CEO of FERMA based on the summit that was held earlier this year. So we've talked about technology, innovation strategies, and most importantly, funding. Thank you again for joining us on this episode of Roads Renewed. Goodbye for now. From policy discussions, we now move to practical impact. We now take you to Anambra State, where road intervention efforts are improving lives and restoring economic activity.
Obeledu community is a quiet agrarian community in Anaucha local government area of Anambra State. For years, this community faced a major challenge: poor road infrastructure, worsened by erosion and environmental degradation. Farmers struggled, movement was difficult, economic activities slowed. Obeledu is known for cassava and plantain farming, but without motorable roads, transporting produce to markets became a daily struggle. Heavy rains carved gullies across the earth roads, cutting off homes and livelihoods. In response, the federal government of Nigeria, through the Federal Road Maintenance Agency FERMA, initiated intervention works in the community. The project focuses on maintenance and palliative measures on roads and drainage systems in Obeledu and surrounding areas. According to the Federal Road Maintenance Engineer, the road was originally an earth road, severely limiting mobility and economic growth, necessitating quality control, which is central to the project execution, and extensive testing, which ensures that every material used meets engineering standards.
Originally here the road was earth, and the livelihood of the people here were negatively impacted. This is an agrarian community. They were hitherto finding it difficult to convey the farm produce to markets. Therefore, the agency deemed it necessary to intervene through this project.
From the subgrade to the final asphalt layer, each stage undergoes strict verification to guarantee long-lasting results. The scope of work includes drainage construction, subgrade preparation, sub-base and stone-base layering, and final asphalt overlay. These steps transform the once impassable road into a durable transport corridor. Beyond infrastructure, the project delivers real impact to the people. Reduced travel time, improved access to markets, enhanced safety and economic growth. It has also created employment opportunities. The community expresses deep appreciation to the federal government and FERMA for restoring access and hope.
This road was suffering environmental devastation. Gullies, so many terrible things. People cannot enter their house because of erosion. And we are very happy. If you look around, you see the wonderful work FERMA is doing for us. So we are very, very grateful to the federal government of Nigeria under the leadership of Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. We are very, very grateful. And also Dr. Chukwuemeka Abasi, the MD of FERMA, and Engineer Uche, the Anambra State Director. They have been following out this project and it's going very, very well. Also the contractor, we are very grateful to him. The quality of work he's doing is following the standard and we are very happy.
The scope of work we executed, or we have executed so far, includes construction of line drain, provision of sub-base material. We are the provision of stone-based stage. Eventually we are going to overlay with asphaltic concrete bearing course.
In addition, FERMA is also executing emergency repair works on the Igwenza Civic Center, Udowele Road in Ifite, Agulozigbo, further expanding its intervention within Anaucha local government area. This project addresses critical sections of the road network affected by erosion and structural failure, restoring connectivity within the region. Furthermore, the intervention on the Igwenza Civic Center Udowele Road is designed to deliver immediate relief while laying the groundwork for long-term resilience. By stabilizing failed sections, improving drainage channels, and reinforcing weak road segments, the project helps prevent recurring damage during heavy rainfall. This not only safeguards the investment, but also ensures consistent access for residents, farmers, and local businesses who rely on the route for daily movement and trade.
I want to assure the community and road users that FERMA, under the able leadership of Engineer Dr. Chukwuemeka Abasi, is determined to improve the road infrastructure in Nigeria. We are committed part of the renewed hope agenda to make sure that Nigerians receive dividends of democracy.
Through strategic intervention and commitment to quality, the road rehabilitation project in Obeledu, as well as the Igwenza Civic Center Udowele Road, stands as a symbol of progress, a pathway not just for vehicles, but for opportunity, growth, and a better future.
That brings us to the end of today's edition of Roads Renewed. You can stay connected with us on our official platforms: Facebook, official FERMA Nigeria headquarters; X at FedRoadsNGR. You can email us info@ferma.gov.ng or visit our website www.ferma.gov.ng. Until next time, I'm Kosi Anyao. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.